Dear friends, welcome to another episode of Geopolitical and Military News. In this video, we will talk about how Ukraine is preparing for a potential scenario of Donald Trump winning the presidential elections in November. In the presidential debate this Thursday, June 27, between President Biden and former President Trump, the current president's performance left much to be desired, reinforcing concerns about his health and mental capacity to continue in the role of leader of the world's greatest military power. With a frequently shallow, muddled, disconnected, and even unintelligible speech, Biden demonstrated weakness, allowing Trump to grow and dominate throughout the debate. All this was reflected in the perception of the voters, who elected Trump as the winner of the night by a large margin. Trump's clear victory in the debate will certainly lead to an increase in voting intentions for the November elections, increasing the chances of his return to the White House and, consequently, increasing concern in Europe and especially in Ukraine. But why do Europeans and Ukrainians fear a possible return of Trump to the White House so much, and how is Ukraine already preparing for this scenario? In the debate on the 27th, the differences between Trump and Biden regarding the Russian invasion of Ukraine were very evident. Trump repeated what he has said several times, that if he had been president in 2022, Putin would not have invaded Ukraine. Biden also repeated his traditional speech, classifying Putin as a war criminal and saying that if the Russian attack is not stopped in Ukraine, Putin will continue advancing against other countries, a reference to Georgia, invaded by Russia in 2008, and Moldova, with part of its territory under Russian occupation since 1992. Biden also accused Trump of wanting to withdraw the United States from NATO, an intention that Trump himself left in the air several times during his first term. Trump, for his part, emphasized that the conditions demanded by Putin to end the war are unacceptable, conditions that include the complete annexation of the 4 Ukrainian regions currently under partial Russian military occupation. However, Trump did not attack or criticize Putin, preferring to attack and criticize the Ukrainian president, Volodymyr Zelensky, calling him the greatest salesman in history and stating that since the beginning of the Russian invasion, he has obtained tens of billions of dollars in financial and military aid from the Biden administration. Trump concluded his intervention on this topic by saying that he would be able to resolve the war quickly, but gave no details on how he intends to do so. This lack of clarity about his strategy for Ukraine and the harsh criticism against financial and military aid to Kyiv increase the fear that Trump's plan to end the war simply involves cutting off the supply of weapons for Ukrainian defense, something that, in his perception, forces Ukraine to surrender and consequently ends the war. Ukraine, obviously, is well aware of this risk, with Zelensky preparing for a possible scenario of Trump's victory, a preparation that mainly involves signing pacts and mutual security agreements with as many European countries as possible. Since the end of 2023, Zelensky has signed 17 mutual security pacts with 6 other European countries, also intending to sign pacts that, among other things, ensure a continuous flow of weapons to Ukraine for the duration of the Russian invasion, with sources indicating that if all these pacts are transformed into law by the respective parliaments of the countries that signed them, Ukraine will be able to secure annually $15 to $20 billion in weapons and ammunition for its defense. This is not to mention the official support from organizations like the European Union, which recently approved a €50 billion package, and also NATO, with special military aid packages involving only some of its European members. It is also important to highlight that some important initiatives, such as the F-16 fighters essential for increasing Ukraine's defensive capacity against Russian air attacks, involve only European countries, with the United States limiting itself to training some Ukrainian pilots. And this Thursday, June 27, Zelensky was in Brussels to mark the formalization of the start of Ukraine's accession process to the European Union, taking the opportunity to sign another 3 mutual defense pacts, one of them directly with the European Union, once again reinforcing his strategy to reduce Ukraine's dependence on the United States in terms of defense, a preventive measure aimed at ensuring that his country can continue to defend itself against the Russian invasion even if Trump is elected and reduces or cuts off financial and military aid for Ukrainian defense. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Until next time.